going on, everybody? Trev2323 here, Rob. I'm doing an unboxing right now. Believe it or not, yeah, I'm a member of Google AdSense and I get a little bit of money here and there from Google. And I always say, why do people do unboxing videos? Well, I did a sewing machine unboxing videos and fixing the sewing machine, working on a sewing machine. Believe it or not, my unboxing of the sewing machine got so many views, it was unreal. So I'm going to do the unboxing of the Marineland Penguin 350. I opted for the Penguin 350 over the Penguin 400 because I had the Penguin 400 before. And the Penguin 400 has those up tubes that come to the side with bars that spray on the bio wheels. Well, I didn't like having to clean those out all the time, so I went back down to the 350, and I got a 350 on my 55 gallon upstairs, and it's working fine. This says up to 75 gallons tank. Now this is a 130 gallon tank, but I also have an under gravel filter in here, and there's only one pacu in here, one Pictus catfish, and I'm going to get another Plecostomus. I'm just changing my tanks around, so I feel that with the under gravel filter that I got in here and this, that it'll be sufficient. Alright, so this is a Penguin 350 with the bio wheel. They have it tucked down into a whole little square. It's actually pretty neat because, you know, with the up thing on it for it to suck the water, and it's pretty long. Alright, now this one right here, let me throw that to the side. Okay, it got this beautiful, huge rubber band on it. Okay, but these are the covers for it. To, you know, for the top and the front of it, so the water don't splash out front. The water actually, it channels the water down back into the tank. But for now, I'm going to put these to the side. Alright. These are the bio wheels. You're never supposed to wash these. They got biological media on them. Actually, after they get propagated, they get biological media on them. Right off the bat, there's no biological media on them. But you got to cut these off with scissors. And then after you cut them off with scissors, then you can put them on. But I'm not going to put them on now. I'm just doing the unboxing of it. Okay. Now let's see what we got here. This is the 350. So these are the filters right here. And this right here is a 350. So they're size C. They're size C filters. And believe it or not, with these filters right here, I love them. I actually filled my 5-gallon canister filter I made, my PVC canister filter. Look it up, I did a PVC canister filter. I did it with used filters like these. These filters I reuse about 3 or 4 times. I mean, they'll get dirty, they'll get mucky on them, but don't clean them out. I use the spray from the sink, the sprayer part of it. I use hot water. Don't use cold water, use hot water, and the hot water actually is better for the activated carbon. It makes it work better. Okay, but these are size C filters. And how I normally put them in is I put them in with this right here facing outward. Now this right here can actually take 4 of these, 2 on this side and 2 on this side, but it comes with 2 of them. But what I found with my 55-gallon tank is I actually put 4 of these in there, and I love the way it is. The 400 now has a plastic cartridge that you could reuse with carbon media. But I like the way 4 of these works better than that carbon media. So it does come with 2 of them though. It comes with 2 of them. I actually just took down my 5-foot filter and I have extras in there, so I might just put it in there. Now this right here is room for 2 twice the filtration power. Let you know that you can actually put 2 of them in there, 2 on each side. So I do that anyways. I like the way that filters out. And then I clean them, and sometimes it all depends on the feeling. Sometimes I clean them all 4 at one time. Sometimes I clean these 2 and then these 2 like the next week, just to try to not change the balance. But you know, it depends on how it goes. There's no exact way, no exact science. Alright, now this is what comes in the bag. In the little bag, tucked away inside, is the instructions for how to put it together. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. And I've been in the fish hobby for so long, in and out, that I kind of either know what I'm doing or I wing it. But either way, here is your instruction manual and your parts thing, the different models for the penguins. And here's your instruction manual, how to exactly piece the different models together. Now, people say with this size fish tank, you should have under tank one and all this and all that, and I really don't like it. I prefer this just hanging on the back. Some people say, well, it's not completely silent like the other ones. It doesn't bother me at all with these ones right here. I like them and I prefer them, and they're easier for me to maintain, easier for me to clean out. Now what you never want to do, let me tell you this, is you never want to run this thing dry. You run this thing dry, you're going to mess up the impeller. Alright, now the impeller, now this piece right here actually slides in and out. Okay, well, what comes in the plastic bag? I'm going to use this all the way down. So you could actually use it short, where you could just put this right here and hang it off and use it short. But since this is a deep tank, it got a little adapter that you could put on. Then you could cut this down to size, and it'll actually filter more media from the bottom of the tank. But with the water flowing up, with the air bubbles flowing upward in the tank and it's water coming down, it kind of swirls the media. So I prefer to use it all the way down to the bottom if I can. Now this right here actually is set to go where you could just put this right in here. I'm going to try to get it in there. Okay. There's little notches right here and there's little notches on this. So when you slide this in there, come on, work with me here. Maybe I should have read the directions, huh? There it goes. Slides right in. And then there's two little notches that goes into. And Bob's your uncle. But I wanted to show you this. When I clean it out, you unplug it. This right here will have a lot of feces in it and everything like that. You go ahead and clean that out also. But I only do that maybe once a month. Normally, like every 2 weeks, I clean the filters out. But if you pop this up and bring this out now, good, it did come up. This is where the meat and potatoes are. This is where your impeller is. What this gets put into, this is where your impeller is. And if you need to order this part, you can actually order it. I think it's like 15 bucks off of Amazon.com. So if your filter starts to get a little bit loud, it's this right here. What happens is this magnet rotates, and sometimes it just gets warped. It gets grooves in it where it don't rotate completely in a circle. It got kind of like play to it, kind of jiggle to it. So it's saying that you got to replace that magnet. You could pick them up for like 15 bucks off of Amazon.com. I would actually say after you have this, order one or two to have them on hand. I got a spare one upstairs for my other one. I'm probably going to order another one on top of that, seeing that I got two of these now. This is the second one that I bought. But either way, that's the unboxing of the Emperor 350. Kind of almost putting it together also. You see how I put this together? Now this is pretty cool because if you want filtration to suck up from the bottom and the middle of the tank, you can open this a little bit also. I just have everything sucked up from the bottom of the tank. You go ahead and put your cartridges. I face this towards the back. Okay, you can put them in the back one or the front one. I kind of put them in the back ones in the beginning, and I'll put them in the front ones with my second one. But in this right here, I just put them in the back ones. You're supposed to actually rinse these off in water first. I never do. I just put them together and put them in there. But if you just put it in there, you got a crystal clear tank, and you put these in there, it will put a little black charcoal in the water, but it'll filter out. Also, if you're just starting your tank, you're just getting this, there's no fish in here or nothing like that, let it run. They say let it run for a month even before you put fish in it. But since my tank is up and running, I got enough biological in the gravel where it shouldn't throw off the biological material, the mechanics of the tank. It shouldn't throw it off. Okay, now these right here are the bio wheels. And like I said, the Emperor 400 actually has spray bars that will come up and go sideways and spray onto the wheels. But as you get feces in here, and as it builds up and gets old, those spray bars get plugged up, where it's a little bit more maintenance. And I just like this where it just overflows, and the overflow just actually spins the wheel. The spray bars actually will make sure they spin all the time. Sometimes if these are plugged up really bad, like there's a lot of gook in here and everything, you'll see these sitting still, but after you clean it out, they'll start spinning again. When you put this on your tank, another thing you don't want to do is you don't want this to run dry. Get a plastic cup, get water from here, and fill this up. Keep filling it up until you see it running out. Then I also always have the plastic cup on the side So as I'm turning it on, I'm still adding water until you hear it like trying to suck to get suction all the way completely through. And then it'll start filling out by itself. But either way, that's unboxing of the Emperor 350 filter and kind of piecing it together right now. I'm going to go ahead and get it on. Here's one thing that I was telling you about. When you're starting your Emperor filter, make sure you fill up the tank before you run it. And when you make sure you got water in it, make sure the water is actually running out of it so you know that's filled up. Now also have water here on the side just in case you have to put some water in as it's trying to siphon. Do not run that dry. If you run that dry, you're going to mess up the magnet. Now you hear? It's trying to siphon the water. Get the air out. Oh, it got it on its own. Okay, now it looks like it's really loud because it got the water just shooting out. See how just the water is just shooting out? Well, that's what the front was made for. Let me try to get this in there. Because the front has this on it to deflect the water back down. And then this is for the back of it right there. And then there you go. That's the Emperor 350. And I say by the end of the night, the tank should be looking better than what it is right now. But I had 25 tilapia in this, so it's going to take a while to clear the water. One other trick. And let me tell you something. Put this over here so you can see me now. Alright, one other trick. You see this water is a little bit green. Since if you're new to fish hobbies, you should never put your tank in front of a window. The sunlight actually causes algae to grow in your tank. So that's one thing that can cause green water. Another thing that can cause green water is if you have too many fish in the tank. And like I said, I had 25 tilapia in here. They stood alive and I had a 5-foot filter on it. So it's going to take a while for this green water to clear up. Two ways you can clear up green water. Daphnia is a water flea. You could buy it online, you put it in a tank, and it eats the green water, eats the green in the algae, and when they get big enough, the fish will actually eat them. And two, which I did the first time I got really bad green water, I shut the light off, I covered the window, and I covered the tank with a blanket for 3 days. Killed all the green water, but you do need good filtration because believe it or not, the algae will die on the bottom of the tank and you're going to have to siphon it all out. Way to prevent it is the lights have them on a timer or automatic timer so they're not on that long in the day. I have the little, this is actually a north window so it doesn't get direct sunlight. It's in between somebody's gangway, so it doesn't get a lot of sunlight. I will more or less believe my green water came from 25 tilapia in this tank. But either way, just want to let you know about that. Alright, talk to you later. Bye. One other thing I wanted to tell you. Sorry, I got my timer set. I don't want to mess it up again. On the 350, the water comes out of here and here. When you start seeing the water come out, these two pieces right here in the middle, you see water coming out of here. That means your filter is dirty and you got to clean it. So out of here and here it's good, and out of here and here that means your filter's dirty.